everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hollyoaks has confirmed dramatic hostage scenes for Ste and Rex Gallagher next week, as Ste's theories about James Nightingale continue. Ste's husband James died instantly in the car explosion, which took place just before the show's time jump, and which left Ste in a coma for a year. But as Ste tries to recover and adjust to his new life, he has become convinced that James is still alive and that he is being lied to by those around him. He believes that Rex is holding his late husband captive after overhearing some mysterious phone calls and finding one of James' ties on the Love Boat. Ste is therefore determined to keep Rex close in a bid to find out where James is being held. Ste found some notes that he thinks were written to him from James, wherever he might be. But viewers soon realized that the notes were blank and Ste's theories about James might all be in his head. In this week's episodes, Ste overhears Rex and Misbah talking about someone being in her house, and he assumes that they are talking about James. Now in scenes that will air next week, Ste spots Rex and Robbie arguing at the garage. While it is likely that the pair are talking about the stolen car that Rex gave to missing Darren, Ste gets the wrong end of the stick and thinks that Rex has killed James. Dylan warns his ex, Lucas, that Ste terrified Misbah the previous week in his attempts to find James, and explains that he is furious with him. Later, Ste flees the Lomaxes and tells Freddie that he has seen Robbie taking Rex away in a van. He is confused about the situation, so takes drastic action and takes Rex into D Valley Law. Ste locks him in and demands answers about why he killed James. Lucas manages to get inside the building and begs his dad to come out, while Perry waits outside, distraught at what is happening. Will the hostage situation be resolved, and will Rex be okay? The village was unusually quiet, but tension simmered just below the surface. Ste stood in the village square, his arms crossed as he tried to focus. Life had been a whirlwind ever since James Nightingale's shocking death a week ago. The high-flying lawyer's demise had left a gaping hole in the community and a dangerous web of secrets. Ste wasn't one for conspiracy theories, but the circumstances surrounding James' death didn't sit right with him. The official story said it was an accident, a late-night fall from the balcony at the loft after a few too many drinks. But Ste knew James. He was sharp, calculating. The man didn't make mistakes like that. And then there was Rex, the brooding, mysterious newcomer who'd shown up in the village a few months ago, working odd jobs and keeping a low profile. Ste hadn't thought much of him until now. Rex seemed to know more about James' death than he let on, and that suspicion was what had brought Ste to this moment. A dangerous confrontation. Ste spotted Rex outside Price Slice, carrying a bag of groceries. Ste wasted no time, storming over. "Oi, Rex!" Ste's voice was sharp, cutting through the stillness of the village. "We need to talk, now." Rex glanced up, his piercing blue eyes narrowing. "Not now, mate," he muttered, brushing past Ste. Ste grabbed Rex by the arm, his grip firm. "Don't mate me. I know you were at the loft that night. You've been actin' dodgy ever since. What aren't you tellin' me?" Rex sighed heavily, pulling Ste into an alley to avoid attracting attention. His voice dropped to a whisper. "You don't know what you're messing with, Ste. This is bigger than you think." Ste's stomach churned. "What's that supposed to mean? Just tell me the truth. Did James fall, or was it something else?" Rex hesitated, his jaw tightening. "It wasn't an accident," he finally admitted. "But if you dig too deep, you'll end up in the same mess I'm in." Ste froze. "Mess? What mess? What did you do, Rex?" Before Rex could answer, a van screeched to a halt at the end of the alley. Two masked men jumped out, brandishing weapons. "Both of you. In the van now," one of them barked. The hostage situation. Ste and Rex were forced into the back of the van, their hands bound tightly with zip ties. The vehicle sped off, leaving the village behind. Ste's mind raced. Who were these men? And what did they want? The van came to a stop at an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of Chester. The men dragged Ste and Rex inside and shoved them onto cold metal chairs. One of the kidnappers removed his mask, revealing a scarred face and cold, calculating eyes. "You're in deep now," the man sneered. "You should have stayed out of it." "Out of what?" Ste snapped, his voice trembling with a mix of fear and anger. "We don't even know who you are," the man laughed darkly. "Let's just say I work for people who don't like loose ends. James Nightingale owed us, big time. And now, thanks to your nosy friend here," he gestured to Rex, "we've got a new problem to deal with." Ste turned to Rex, his eyes wide with disbelief. "What the hell have you gotten us into?" "Rex's secret." Rex sighed, his shoulders slumping. "Fine, you want the truth. James wasn't just a lawyer, he was laundering money for a dangerous group. When he tried to back out, they killed him. And now they think I know too much." Ste stared at Rex, his mouth dry. "You knew all this, and you didn't say anything." "I was trying to protect you," Rex shot back. "But now it's too late." The scarred man interrupted their argument. "Touching, really. But this isn't a therapy session. You've got two options. Keep your mouth shut, or, well, let's just say you won't be leaving this warehouse." Steve's heart pounded as he looked around, searching for a way out. His hands were still bound, but he wasn't about to sit there and wait for these men to decide his fate. The escape plan. While the kidnappers were distracted, Steve leaned closer to Rex and whispered, "We've got to get out of here. Got any bright ideas?" Rex glanced at the ropes binding their hands, then at the broken shards of glass scattered on the floor nearby. "I might." Using their feet, Ste and Rex worked together to drag their chairs closer to the glass. It was a slow, painstaking process, but finally Rex managed to cut through the ropes on his wrists. He quickly freed Ste, and they prepared to make their move. "On my signal," Rex whispered. When one of the kidnappers turned his back, Rex lunged, grabbing a rusty pipe from the floor and swinging it with all his strength. The man went down, and Ste tackled the second kidnapper, knocking him into a pile of crates. The fight was chaotic, but adrenaline fueled their efforts. Within minutes, both kidnappers were unconscious, and Ste and Rex were running for their lives. The aftermath. Back in the village, Ste and Rex burst into the dog, breathless and disheveled. Cindy Cunningham and Mercedes McQueen looked up in shock. "What happened to you two?" Cindy asked, her eyes wide. "Long story," Ste panted. "Call the police. Now." As they waited for the authorities to arrive, Ste turned to Rex. "This isn't over, is it?" Rex shook his head. "Not by a long shot. These people don't stop. But at least now we've got something they don't, a chance to fight back." For the first time since James' death, Ste felt a flicker of hope. It wouldn't be easy, but he wasn't about to let James' killers get away with it. Together, he and Rex would uncover the truth and take down the dangerous forces threatening their lives. The Hollyoaks storyline is set to keep viewers on the edge of their seats as Ste and Rex navigate a world of danger, deception, and high-stakes drama. Will they find justice for James Nightingale? Or will they become the next victims in this deadly game? Stay tuned to find out. Would you like to expand on any specific scenes or explore deeper character moments? Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Hollyoaks Update YouTube channel for more update news.